Hi, friends. Today we'll be learning about informal letters. Particularly, we'll be exploring what actually makes them informal. Informal letters should convey an informal tone, and you can only create an informal tone by writing in informal language. The idea behind informal language is that it should reflect the manner in which you would converse with your friends and family in real life. Can you picture the strange looks you would get if you addressed your friends as follows? Good day, friends. It would bring me immense pleasure if you would kindly join me in a game of football. That just sounds too official. So, what makes an informal letter informal? The use of phrasal verbs is strongly encouraged in informal writing. Rather than using higher level vocabulary like mention or postpone, you should write bring up or put off. These help to create a tone of familiarity and make your letter more accessible to your audience. We have discussed phrasal verbs in a previous lesson. Please watch it. Idioms are also a great way to create a friendly tone in your letter. Idioms create the impression that your reader would readily understand what you mean. They are also a nice way to vary your sentences to avoid sounding boring. So, you could be over the moon rather than just happy, or down in the dumps rather than just sad. Another great news. The use of contractions is allowed in informal writing. Don't, won't, can't, shan't, all of this can be used to mimic the style of friendly conversations. Even colloquialisms are allowed. Yes, words used in everyday conversations, usually among people in the same locality. Puff puff, okada, oware, kente, all of this can be used in your letter to further emphasize the conversational nature of your letter. Now, this is a really important one. Personalizing expressions can also be used to emphasize the sense of familiarity between the writer and the reader. These are expressions that suggest how much the writer knows about the reader and vice versa. They usually refer to details that are shared knowledge or experiences between them. For example, I hope you're feeling better now implies that the writer is aware of the reader's state of health. Here are more examples. I know how much you love fried rice. You know how much I'm scared of heights. Say hello to John for me. I am sorry I have not written since Auntie Timmy's wedding. All of this creates the impression that there is a real relationship between the writer and reader. Finally, the introduction of your letter plays a very important role in establishing this tone of familiarity. So let's talk about how to start your informal letter. There are three ways to start your letter. First, you can start with an apology along with a reason. For example, I'm sorry I haven't written in a while, but I've been busy with my exams. Next, you can make a reference to a shared experience from the past. For example, it was lovely to hear from you again since Uncle Salifu's wedding. Also, you can ask about the reader's well being or some personal detail about their life. For example, I was sad to hear you've been down with malaria, but I hope you're feeling better now. You can use any one of this, but make sure it comes before you state the purpose of your letter. Look at this example. An introduction. As you can tell, this is a letter between friends. One missed the inter-school sports event because he's on admission in the hospital. So the writer is about to give him the gist. To recap, You can create an informal tone in your writing by using phrasal verbs, colloquial expressions, idioms, contractions, and personalizing expressions. And the introduction of your letter should establish the tone of familiarity. See you in upcoming lessons.